Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Laver Cup 2022 preview. We're going to get into it. There is a star-studded lineup for this tournament. It's an exhibition, of course, not an ATP tournament with ranking points, so nothing's really on the line except for pride, I guess. So we're going to get into it. Before we do, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new, and also if you're listening on a podcast platform, remember to leave a rating or review. Probably one of the biggest things about this Laver Cup is, amidst the news about Federer retiring, is this is going to be his last ATP event. So there's going to be a lot of media coverage, and I think a lot around Roger Federer and his retirement, and obviously looking back at his career, and a lot of emphasis placed on him, I would imagine. I'm not sure whether he's going to play any singles, but I think he'll probably look at singles. Sorry, probably look at doubles even, for sure. I'd imagine he'll play some doubles. It'll be great to see him play doubles with Djokovic and then also with Nadal as well. And even if he's not able to play singles, because it seems like his body obviously is not 100%, and that's the reason why he's retiring, because 41 years of age and his body's just not up to it at the moment. Let's go through the teams, and I'm not going to go through the rules because I've gone through the rules before last year as well. And look, I mean, if you want to check out the rules, you can. They're on the Laver Cup website, and they're pretty accessible, so you can check it. But I'm sure most of you, anyway, watching have already watched different editions of the Laver Cup. Of course, there's Team Europe and Team World. Team World have never won before in the past, so I'm more going to look into the teams, look at how they might match up, and look at that instead. So if we look at Team Europe first, I'll bring them up on screen. So you can see that there's one player in the middle. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and again, someone in the comment section is welcome to correct me if I'm mistaken, I think that's an injury substitute to someone who, if someone on the team gets injured, they can replace them. So they haven't been picked yet, but I mean, it's not too relevant, because you'd hope most people are going to stay fit and they won't need to get used. So Novak Djokovic or Rafael Nadal, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Casper Ruud, Roger Federer, and Andy Murray. I mean, incredible lineup. I mean, they could only improve it by maybe adding in Daniel Medvedev somewhere in there. He's obviously not playing, but they've got the big three and the former big four with Andy Murray, of course, as well, in Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, and Murray. I mean, it's just incredible. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, the first time that all four are going to be playing for Team Europe. Murray, of course, towards the back end of his career. Federer is now going to be retired, so they're not going to be obviously having that same unbeatable quality about them. But Nadal and Djokovic, very much so, still near the top of the game. So, they're going to be very, very tough to beat. Tsitsipas hasn't had the greatest of years, but, he, again, still pretty dangerous. And Casper Ruud, just coming off the back of making the US Open final, made the French Open earlier this year as well. It's going to be indoors and indoor hard. So Ruud will probably enjoy playing on the surface, and he's just coming off a fantastic run. The captain is Bjorn Borg, of course, a Hall of Famer, multi Grand Slam champion, and Thomas Enqvist is the vice captain, of course, a former player as well. So very interesting to see. And look, I just want to see the doubles between Nadal and Federer. I am actually going to the event, so it's running between Friday, 23rd of September to Sunday, 25th of September. I'll be going to the Saturday, so the middle day, Saturday, 24th September in the evening session. So I'll be making sure my phone is clear, and I'm getting lots of videos and pictures for you guys to then post on the channel as well, to give you guys some insight into what it's like being there, especially if Federer is going to be playing. I'm hoping I will see all four of them, Federer, Djokovic, Murray, and Nadal. But I'd love to see, Djokovic, Nadal and Federer doubles, and Federer and Djokovic doubles even. But we'll see what I get to see in the end. But I'm excited. Look, they're the clear favourites given the team, of course, and you can imagine why. Then let me get up Team World. Now, Team World, though, I mean, it is a little bit unfair in the sense that I was talking about this with Steven from the Slice last year, and it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit strange, right? Because Team World they're not quite good enough, unfortunately. They don't have the players. So we shall see, I guess, going forward, whether they're able to compete. But they've got, a decent team. And I think what they might be able to take some solace from is that they've got some informed players. So Felix, I mean, yes, he did fall earlier in the US Open to Jack Draper, but overall the year's been pretty good. He's obviously a very, very solid player. Can beat anyone on his day. Taylor Fritz as well has had a good year. Semi-finals of Wimbledon, quarterfinals of Wimbledon, and of course winning Indian Wells. Yes, went out early first round of the US Open, but it was against a former friend and someone who I think he wasn't completely and totally switched on mentally with. Then we've got Diego Schwartzman, who's kind of been a regular fixture for Team World, and Alex de Minaur, who has been in some good form this year as well. Francis Tiafoe with a great run to semi-finals at the US Open, so he's coming fresh off some great wins. And Jack Sock will finish up the lineup. So he's, been playing incredible doubles. So he's an incredible doubles player. So I would imagine him and I don't know, actually. Anyone could really partner. Maybe Diego Schwartzman. Schwartzman kind of likes the doubles. He liked playing with John Isner, and they had that kind of fun little, a big and small dynamic, and it was quite fun to see. Captain is John McEnroe, and then his brother Patrick McEnroe is vice captain. So of course, Hall of Famer and multi-Grand Slam champion John McEnroe. Patrick McEnroe, of course, a former player but coach as well. Was, if I'm not mistaken, the US Davis Cup head coach. I don't think he's anymore, but he definitely was. Yeah, of course, they're going to play an array of singles and doubles. What are the matchups that I would love to see? I would love to see, I don't know, honestly. There's quite a few that would be great to see. I'd like to see something like a Federer versus a Felix, something like that. That'd be quite cool to see. Because Felix, I don't know, I just think it would gel quite nicely, the styles there. I'd like to see like Alex de Minaur versus someone maybe like a Casper Ruud. I think that would be quite even potentially. Francis Tiafoe versus anyone, I think would be a great match at the moment if he's playing how he has been. Taylor Fritz is dangerous. There's a lot to like about these teams. If I was to give a prediction, though, I think it's probably going to be Team Europe again. I just think, even though I can see Team World potentially winning some doubles, because even if, for example, Federer and Nadal, or Federer and Djokovic, or Nadal and Djokovic do play some doubles together, or Murray even in there as well, because I think Murray will play doubles, actually. He played doubles at the Davis Cup recently, didn't play any singles, so he might play doubles. They're obviously still going to be very good in the doubles matchups, but I think Jack Sock is a really good doubles player, probably the best potentially of all, as in of anyone in this tournament. So if he manages to find the right partner, it could be very, very tough. So I can see Team World winning some doubles. I'm not quite sure if they will be able to win many singles. They're going to be relying, I think, on Tiafoe, Felix. It'd be interesting to see who they kind of put forward for their singles matchups. I'd imagine de Minaur will get a look in as well. I'm not sure. That's going to be interesting. It is, because they have to look at it tactically, and I guess so. If you want to play, let's actually have a quick think about it, because I'm now thinking about it. So this is where if they had Kyrgios, man. If you no offense to someone like a Schwartzman, but you put Kyrgios in there instead of him, starting to look really good. Okay, let's have a think. So if you put Tiafoe against, say, Nadal again, if Nadal was playing singles, could be him again. He's got confidence. Why not? Right now, it'd be interesting. If you put you could play Djokovic. I don't really know if anyone from Team World can trouble Djokovic. Felix, maybe, if he's serving really, really well. He's given Djokovic some troubles in the past year, but hasn't been able to beat him, of course. Taylor Fritz as well, you could put up against Nadal. They had like a life or death at Wimbledon, and obviously Nadal, to be fair, was injured, but still managed to come through it. But he beat Nadal at Indian Wells. Again, Nadal's injured, but so was Taylor Fritz. So it's a bit like he must be doing something right. Trying to think who else. Federer or Murray, I feel like any one of these guys will have a chance, because, Federer, of course, is not going to be 100% if he was to play singles. I don't think he will, potentially. And then Murray, again, I don't know if he's going to play singles either, but if he does, any of these guys can beat him. I hate to say it, but they can. Then if we look at Tsitsipas any of these guys can beat him as well on current form. So that's kind of a good sign for Team Wild. The only final player, of course, is Casper Ruud, but US Open finalist. Now, if I was to say about Casper Ruud, I would pick TFO or Fritz to play against him because they've got the best backhands, if I'm not mistaken, out of the lot. And for Team Wild, Schwartzman's backhand solid, so is Alex de Minaur, but it's not as good as Fritz's and TFO's. And I know Casper Ruud's backhand still, well, it's improved a lot. I would still pick TFO or Fritz though. Big servers, big from the baseline. I think they'd have some success against Casper Ruud. I don't know the head-to-head actually, but it'll be interesting. I'll probably do some preview videos actually, potentially for some of the singles matchups, and if they're quite good ones, why not? And some reactions to some of the doubles. Even who knows? I mean, we'll see how the tournament goes. It's only 3 days, but of course I will be there, so I'll definitely be giving you coverage for that. We did actually apply for media credential. Unfortunately, didn't get it. Don't know why. Apparently, only major outlets are getting it. So that's apparently why. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Stay safe and well, and we'll see you on the next video. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave a rating or review. See you guys later.